Episode 71, The Mole. The hospital corridor was heavily guarded by armed officers, and no one was allowed to enter or leave without permission. Standing outside Professor Dev's room, Anaya couldn't stop thinking about his shocking words. The traitor is inside the intelligence agency. Kabir joined her, his expression tense. If that's true, every classified mission is compromised, he said. Rudra looked at both of them with determination. Then from now on, we trust only each other. No mission details leave this room. Anaya silently agreed. Just then, their handler arrived carrying a sealed file. Placing it on the table, he announced that an internal investigation had already begun. Out of 312 officers in the agency, only 5 had access to the details of Anaya's undercover mission. As Kabir opened the file, the first 3 names belonged to senior officers, the 4th was the handler himself, but the 5th name left everyone stunned, Deputy Director Vikram Sinha. The handler immediately shook his head in disbelief. Impossible. When Rudra asked who Vikram was, the handler revealed a shocking truth. He was the officer who approved Anaya's rescue from the orphanage 20 years ago. Anaya froze, unable to believe that someone had known about her since childhood. Before anyone could process the revelation, an officer rushed into the corridor with alarming news. Vikram Sinha's office had been completely emptied, and he had disappeared an hour earlier. Kabir quickly tried calling headquarters, but there was no response. The handler's face turned grim as he realized the truth. He knew we were getting close. At that very moment, Rudra's phone vibrated with a message from an unknown number. It read, "Looking for Vikram? You're already too late." Attached was a disturbing photograph of Vikram tied to a chair inside a dark room, with a mysterious man wearing black gloves standing behind him, his face hidden in the shadows. Before they could trace the sender, another message appeared: "He isn't the mastermind, he's just another witness." A final image followed, a countdown timer showing 1 hour 59 minutes and 59 seconds. They had only 2 hours. Someone had kidnapped Vikram, and unless they found him before the timer reached 0, the only man who knew the true identity of the traitor would be silenced forever. Episode 72, Race Against Time. The countdown had already dropped to 1 hour 58 minutes and 43 seconds. Silence filled the hospital room as everyone stared at the ticking timer on Rudra's phone. Every passing second felt like a step closer to disaster. Kabir immediately connected his laptop and began tracing the unknown number, but within moments, the signal disappeared. "They're bouncing it through multiple encrypted servers," he said through clenched teeth. Whoever sent this knew exactly how to avoid being tracked. The handler contacted intelligence headquarters and ordered every available field unit to search for Deputy Director Vikram Sinha. Checkpoints were activated across the city, while surveillance teams reviewed CCTV footage from the last 6 hours. Rudra studied the photograph carefully instead of the timer. "Forget the kidnapper," he said. "Look at the room." Everyone leaned closer. Anaya noticed something unusual first. The wall. The concrete wall behind Vikram had a faded blue stripe running across it. Kabir zoomed in. There are numbers painted on the steel pillar. B17. Rudra narrowed his eyes. This isn't a random warehouse. Professor Dev, despite his weak condition, looked at the image and suddenly spoke. "I've seen that marking before." Everyone turned toward him. "It belongs to an abandoned military logistics bunker that was shut down years ago." Kabir quickly searched the database. There are 7 bunkers with similar markings. Rudra didn't hesitate. "We split into teams." "No," Anaya interrupted firmly. "That's exactly what the mastermind wants. If we separate, we'll become easy targets." For a moment, the room fell silent. Then the handler nodded. She's right. We moved together. Just then, Kabir's laptop beeped. I found something. The kidnapper had intentionally left a tiny piece of metadata hidden inside the photo. It wasn't the location. It was a single sentence. Only one of you will reach him alive. Only one of you will reach him alive. Before anyone could react, every light in the hospital suddenly went out. Darkness swallowed the entire floor. Emergency alarms began echoing through the corridors. And from somewhere outside Professor Dev's room came the unmistakable sound of slow, deliberate footsteps. Episode 73, Shadows in the Dark. The entire hospital floor was swallowed by darkness as the emergency alarms echoed through the silent corridors. Everyone instinctively reached for their weapons while Rudra moved in front of Anaya and Professor Dev, shielding them. Kabir switched on the flashlight of his tactical device, but the weak beam only revealed endless empty hallways. The slow footsteps grew louder, stopping just outside the room. Every heartbeat seemed louder than the alarms. The door handle slowly turned, making everyone tighten their grip on their guns. The door creaked open, and a shadow stepped inside. Before anyone could fire, the figure raised both hands. Don't shoot. It was one of the hospital's security officers, trembling with fear. The hospital's main power has been hacked. Someone disabled the cameras and security system from inside. Before he could say anything else, a silenced gunshot echoed through the corridor. The officer collapsed instantly. A small dart was lodged in his neck. Within seconds, his breathing stopped. Anaya quickly checked his pulse but looked up with a grim expression. Poison. Whoever was hunting them had no intention of leaving witnesses alive. Suddenly, the emergency lights flickered on, bathing the corridor in a dim red glow. On the opposite wall, a projector came to life. The masked man wearing black gloves appeared on the screen, his face still hidden. 2 hours is more than enough for intelligent people, he said calmly. But intelligence means nothing when your emotions control you. He chuckled softly before continuing, You're searching for Vikram, but you're asking the wrong question. Instead of asking where he is, ask why I let him live this long. The screen went black, replaced by a map with a blinking red dot for only 3 seconds before disappearing. Kabir managed to capture a screenshot just in time. I have it, he shouted. Enlarging the image, he identified the location, a long-abandoned military logistics bunker on the outskirts of the city. Professor Dev's expression changed instantly. That's impossible. That bunker was sealed after the Black Falcon operation 20 years ago. Anaya's heart skipped a beat. The same operation that had destroyed her childhood was somehow connected to the present. Rudra loaded his gun and looked at everyone with unwavering determination. We're ending this tonight. Without wasting another second, the team rushed out of the hospital, unaware that someone hidden on the rooftop was silently watching their every move through a sniper scope. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 74, Into the Trap. The convoy of black SUVs sped through the deserted highway as the countdown continued to tick away. No one spoke during the journey. Kabir kept monitoring the timer while Anaya studied the screenshot of the bunker's map, trying to remember every detail from the classified files she had once seen. As they reached the outskirts of the city, the abandoned military logistics bunker emerged from the darkness like a forgotten fortress. Rusted gates hung open, weeds covered the cracked concrete, and the silence was unsettling. Rudra signaled everyone to stay alert before leading the team inside. The air was damp, and every footstep echoed through the long underground passage. Suddenly, Anaya noticed fresh boot prints on the dusty floor. "We're not the first ones here," she whispered. They cautiously followed the trail until they reached a massive steel door marked B17. The same marking they had seen in Vikram's photograph. Kabir hacked the old electronic lock while Rudra and the handler covered the entrance. With a loud metallic click, the heavy door slowly opened. The room beyond was empty except for a single chair in the center. The ropes tied to it had been freshly cut. Vikram was gone. On the chair lay a black envelope addressed to Anaya. She carefully opened it and found an old photograph inside. It showed a young Anaya standing outside the orphanage, holding the hand of a man whose face had been deliberately burned away. On the back of the photograph, only one sentence was written in red ink: "The man you're searching for is the man who saved you." Before anyone could understand its meaning, the bunker door slammed shut with a thunderous crash. Heavy steel locks engaged automatically, sealing every exit. At the same moment, hidden speakers crackled to life, and the familiar distorted voice echoed through the bunker. "Welcome, Agent Anaya. You finally came home." The countdown on Rudra's phone suddenly changed. Instead of showing the time left to save Vikram, it displayed a new message: "Phase 2 begins." Everyone exchanged shocked glances as the lights flickered, and somewhere deep inside the bunker, slow footsteps began moving toward them. To be continued. Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 75, The Hidden Chamber. The echoing footsteps grew louder with every passing second, sending a chill through the underground bunker. Rudra immediately positioned himself in front of Anaya while Kabir and the handler covered both sides of the corridor. The dim lights flickered violently before stabilizing, revealing a narrow passage that hadn't been visible before. A section of the concrete wall had silently slid open, exposing a hidden chamber deep inside the bunker. With no other choice, the team moved forward cautiously. The room was unlike the rest of the abandoned facility. Dust covered the old computers, rusted filing cabinets lined the walls, and faded maps of classified military operations were pinned to large notice boards. In the center stood an ancient projector that suddenly switched on by itself. A grainy video began to play. It showed the orphanage from 20 years ago, recorded by a hidden surveillance camera. Everyone watched in stunned silence as flames spread across the building and masked men stormed inside. Then a familiar face appeared on the screen: Deputy Director Vikram Sinha. Instead of attacking, he was desperately carrying a little girl in his arms. "That's me," Anaya whispered, her voice trembling. Vikram handed the child to an unidentified man wearing a military jacket before turning back toward the burning orphanage. Just before the footage ended, the unknown man looked directly into the camera. His face was hidden beneath a hood, but a silver pendant shaped like a falcon hung around his neck. Professor Dev gasped. "The Falcon Guardian." Before anyone could ask what he meant, the video abruptly stopped and another recording replaced it. This time, Vikram appeared bruised and tied to a chair. Looking straight into the camera, he spoke with urgency. "If you're watching this, I've already been captured. Don't trust the evidence you find here. The mastermind has spent 20 years rewriting history. Anaya, the truth about your parents isn't what you've been told." Suddenly, the screen went black as a loud explosion shook the bunker. Dust rained from the ceiling, alarms blared once again, and Kabir's phone detected multiple armed men closing in from every tunnel. They weren't trapped by one enemy anymore, they were surrounded. To be continued. Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 76, Surrounded. The bunker trembled as another explosion echoed through its underground tunnels. Dust filled the air, making it difficult to see more than a few feet ahead. Kabir checked the motion scanner on his tablet, and his expression darkened. At least 20 hostiles are moving toward us from 3 different tunnels. The handler immediately ordered everyone to take cover behind the concrete pillars while Rudra quickly examined the room for another exit. The steel door they had entered through was completely sealed. "We're boxed in," Kabir muttered. Before panic could set in, Anaya noticed a faded blueprint hanging on the wall. She rushed toward it and wiped away years of dust. The map revealed a narrow maintenance tunnel connected to the chamber, one that wasn't marked on any modern records. "There's another way out," she said. Just as they prepared to move, masked gunmen stormed into the chamber and opened fire. Bullets struck the walls, sending concrete fragments flying in every direction. Rudra returned fire with deadly precision while Kabir tossed a smoke grenade into the corridor, filling it with thick grey smoke. Using the confusion to their advantage, the team escaped through the hidden maintenance tunnel. After crawling through the cramped passage for several minutes, they reached a locked metal door. Rudra forced it open with a powerful kick, and everyone stumbled into another underground room. Unlike the abandoned bunker, this chamber looked active. The lights were on, computers were running, and surveillance monitors displayed live feeds from different parts of the city. In the center stood a large digital board covered with photographs, mission files, and red strings connecting dozens of faces. Anaya's eyes widened when she saw her own picture placed at the center of the board. Next to it were photos of Rudra, Kabir, Professor Dev, Vikram Sinha, and even Rudra's parents. Written across the top in bold red letters were the words, "Project Phoenix, Phase 3. Before anyone could examine the board further, a slow clap echoed from the darkness behind them. A tall man stepped into the light, dressed in a black suit and wearing the same silver falcon pendant seen in the old video. His face was still hidden beneath a hood, but his voice was calm and confident. "Welcome," he said with a faint smile. "You finally reached the place where your real story begins." To be continued. Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand. Black Heart. Episode 77, The Falcon's Truth. The mysterious man continued clapping as he stepped closer, the silver falcon pendant around his neck glinting under the dim lights. His face remained hidden beneath the hood, but his confidence was unmistakable. Rudra immediately aimed his gun at him. "Who are you?" he demanded. The man smiled faintly and raised his hands, showing he carried no weapon. "Names have no value anymore," he replied calmly. "What matters is the truth you've been denied for 20 years. Before anyone could react, he pressed a remote in his hand. Every monitor in the room lit up at once, displaying classified files, surveillance footage, and photographs from the night the orphanage burned. Anaya stared in disbelief as one image showed her parents standing beside Professor Dev years before the tragedy. "Your parents weren't ordinary people," the stranger revealed. "They were intelligence officers working on Project Phoenix, a top-secret operation designed to expose a powerful criminal network that had infiltrated the government itself." Professor Dev lowered his head in silence, unable to deny it. When they discovered the mastermind's identity, they became targets. The orphanage attack wasn't an accident, it was an execution. Anaya's hands trembled as memories she had buried for years flashed before her eyes. "Then, why was I left alive?" she whispered. The hooded man looked directly at her. "Because someone disobeyed orders." He pointed toward Vikram's photograph on the digital board. "Deputy Director Vikram Sinha risked everything to save you. He staged your death, erased your records, and placed you under a new identity, hoping the enemy would never find you." Kabir exchanged a shocked glance with Rudra. Everything they had believed was slowly falling apart. Just then, the stranger's expression changed. "But Vikram made one mistake," he said quietly. "He trusted the wrong person." Before anyone could ask who he meant, every monitor suddenly turned black. A distorted voice echoed through the chamber. Enough history lessons. The hooded man's smile vanished as he looked toward the ceiling. He's here, he whispered. A hidden steel door slid open above them, and dozens of armed mercenaries surrounded the chamber. Then a deep, familiar voice echoed through the darkness. Now, it's my turn to tell the story. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 78, Face to Face. The chamber fell into complete silence as the deep voice echoed from above. Armed mercenaries lined the steel platforms, their rifles aimed directly at Rudra, Anaya, Kabir, and the handler. No one moved. Then, slow footsteps echoed through the room as a tall man dressed in a perfectly tailored black suit descended the metal staircase. Unlike the others, he wore no mask. His calm smile and piercing eyes carried an unsettling confidence. He stopped a few feet away from the group and looked straight at Anaya. "We finally met," he said. Anaya frowned, trying to remember where she had seen him before, but nothing came to mind. Rudra stepped protectively in front of her. "Who are you?" The man ignored him and calmly replied, "I've had many names over the years. To your agency, I'm a ghost. To the underworld, I'm known as the Architect." Kabir's face turned pale. Every intelligence report over the last 2 decades had mentioned that codename, yet no one had ever seen the man behind it. The architect slowly walked around the room, glancing at the old mission files pinned to the walls. "For 20 years you've been chasing shadows," he said. "You thought you were hunting me, but every move you made was one I planned." He smiled as his gaze settled on Rudra. "Even your first meeting with Anaya wasn't fate. It happened because I allowed it." The words hit everyone like a thunderbolt. Anaya shook her head in disbelief. "You're lying." The architect pulled a small remote from his pocket and pressed a button. A large screen lit up, showing footage from the orphanage 20 years ago, followed by clips from the attack where Rudra first met Anaya as an adult. Each event had been carefully monitored from the beginning. Every rescue, every mission, every coincidence, was another piece on my chessboard, he said. Rudra's fists tightened with rage, but before he could charge forward, the architect snapped his fingers. 2 mercenaries dragged a badly injured Vikram Sinha into the room and forced him to his knees. Blood covered his face, yet he managed to look at Anaya and whisper only 3 words, "Don't believe him." The architect laughed softly before pointing a gun at Vikram's head. "Now, Agent Anaya," he said coldly, "it's time for you to choose. Save the man who protected you, or learn the truth about your parents." The countdown on Rudra's phone showed 0 hours 47 minutes and 12 seconds, and every second was slipping away. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 79, An Impossible Choice. The bunker was so silent that the countdown on Rudra's phone sounded louder than the breathing of everyone in the room. 0 hours 47 minutes and 12 seconds, 0 hours 47 minutes and 11 seconds. The architect kept his gun pressed against Vikram Sinha's head, his expression calm as if he already knew the outcome. Vikram, despite his injuries, looked directly at Anaya and slowly shook his head, silently begging her not to give in. Rudra tightened his grip on his weapon, searching for the slightest opening, but dozens of mercenaries had already surrounded them. One wrong move would mean instant death. "Well?" the architect asked. "A life, or the truth?" Anaya took a deep breath and stepped forward. "If you really wanted to kill Vikram, you would have done it already," she said confidently. "You need him alive because he knows something you don't want us to hear." For the first time, the architect's smile faded. "Interesting," he murmured. "You finally started thinking like your parents." Before he could continue, Anaya spoke again. And I refuse to choose. I'll save Vikram and uncover the truth myself. The architect laughed softly. Brave, but impossible. Suddenly, the lights in the chamber flickered. At the same instant, Kabir discreetly pressed a small device hidden in his sleeve. Earlier, while escaping through the maintenance tunnel, he had planted signal boosters throughout the bunker. The device finally connected to the agency's emergency satellite. A silent distress signal was transmitted. Kabir looked at Rudra for a split second and gave the slightest nod. Reinforcements were on the way, but they would need time. Sensing something was wrong, the architect glanced toward the control room. Find the signal, he ordered. Several mercenaries rushed out, creating a brief gap in their formation. Rudra noticed it immediately. Without hesitation, he hurled a smoke grenade into the center of the chamber. Thick smoke exploded across the room as gunfire erupted from every direction. Chaos consumed the bunker. Rudra sprinted toward Vikram while Anaya disarmed the nearest mercenary with a swift strike. Kabir exchanged fire with the guards, covering their advance. Through the smoke, Vikram grabbed Rudra's arm with his remaining strength and whispered a single word before collapsing unconscious. Blackwood. The word meant nothing to Rudra, but Professor Dev's face turned completely pale. No, he whispered. If Blackwood is involved, then the real mastermind hasn't even revealed himself yet. To be continued. Heavy Black Heart, Hourglass with Flowing Sand Black Heart. Episode 80, Blackwood. Gunfire thundered through the bunker as smoke filled every corner of the chamber. Using the confusion, Rudra pulled the unconscious Vikram behind a concrete pillar while Anaya and Kabir fought off the advancing mercenaries. The handler provided cover fire, forcing the enemy to retreat for a few moments. Professor Dev knelt beside Vikram, checking his pulse before looking at Rudra with urgency. He's alive, but we don't have much time. Rudra then turned to Professor Dev. What is Blackwood? Professor Dev closed his eyes for a moment, as if recalling a memory he had spent years trying to bury. Blackwood wasn't a person, he said. It was a classified network created decades ago. Officially, it never existed. Unofficially, it placed its own people inside intelligence agencies, governments, corporations, and criminal organizations around the world. They didn't seek money or power, they controlled those who already had both. Everyone fell silent. Even Kabir looked stunned. Project Phoenix wasn't created to fight ordinary criminals, Professor Dev continued. It was created to expose Blackwood. Anaya's parents came dangerously close to uncovering its leadership, and that's why they were eliminated. Anaya felt her heart sink as another painful piece of the past fell into place. Before anyone could speak, Vikram slowly regained consciousness. His voice was weak, but his eyes were filled with urgency. The architect, he's only Blackwood's operations chief. Everyone stared at him in disbelief. There's someone above him, Vikram whispered. Someone none of us have ever seen. Just then, the bunker speakers crackled to life. The architect's calm laughter echoed through the chamber. Congratulations, he said. You finally discovered the truth. The large monitor at the end of the room switched on, displaying a black chessboard. One by one, the pieces moved by themselves until only a single black king remained standing. A distorted voice, deeper than the architect's, filled the bunker. The game has reached its final stage. Even the architect lowered his head respectfully toward the screen. Welcome, the voice continued, to Blackwood. The monitor suddenly displayed a live satellite image of Rudra's mansion. Everyone froze as they saw dozens of armed vehicles surrounding the property. Rudra's face turned pale. His family was still inside. The mysterious voice spoke one last sentence before the screen went dark. Why you searched for the truth. I went after what you love most. To be continued. Heavy black heart, hourglass with flowing sand black heart.
Thanks for listening. Stay updated for next part. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment.